Just a second.
See what you did there.
There we go. Kibbe and Finnegan Show, episode number 54, the Christmas edition.
Intro.
I have listened to Christmas in Hollis about 8 times this morning. I love it every time. It's so good.
Never gets old.
How you doing, my winter friend?
It's chilly here in the basement. I often wonder what this show would be like if we were in the same place. I think we wouldn't allow you into the room until the record button is going. Because inadvertently, every time, the moment we open Skype up, we start BSing, and then I have to say, we really should be recording this.
Yes.
All that gold, gone.
It happens every time. We would be massively sponsored by now. If that were rolling.
Coca-Cola for sure.
Absolutely.
You would be drowning in Diet Coke in your house. They would back a tanker up to your driveway with a straw, and you would just sit in a lawn chair getting fat sipping Diet Coke.
You don't get fat drinking the Diet Coke. You get fat because you eat all the bad foods. Because it's making you want to eat bad foods.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was drinking.
Like this morning, I really like mint M&Ms, the Christmas one. You can only get them at Christmas.
Oh.
You know the ones I'm talking about? They're
I haven't had those.
They are fatter than like a normal M&M, and they don't look like a peanut M&M. They're like a big honking M&M, but it's filled with chocolate minty goodness. And I stock up on them because, I mean, December 27th, they're gone. They're just not in stores until next Christmas.
Which is weird because I spend a lot of times in truck stops, thanks to Roadkill. And I've noticed there's about 12 different flavors of M&M now. And some of them are really bad. Some of them are pretty good.
What don't you like? I really don't even eat M&Ms except for Christmas time.
There's like a coffee one that pretty much sucks.
There's a peanut butter one.
There's a strawberry one, I think. And
there's a strawberry one?
Oh, peanut butter M&Ms are the bomb.
Yeah.
Pretzel ones. That's as good as it gets. Because you get the salt.
The pretzel's on the inside?
Yeah, it's on the inside. So good.
Sounds good to me. That's awesome.
Keep that. You're gonna like it. You're gonna like it.
Okay, so for those not watching but listening, Mike is wrapped up, bundled up, you might say, in a blasphemy black hoodie. There's no hat on even. He has styled hair tufting out of the top of this hoodie, and there I see gray in the beard and everything. I mean, you look like you're very cold.
I am cold. It's cold in the garage, and yes, this is one of the rare occasions in my life where I put a little effort into my hair because I had to go to my kids' school this morning, my 6-year-old, because they had their Christmas musical recital, whatever you want to call it, and had to church it up a little bit. No hat.
But you still wear the hoodie, right? I mean, you didn't.
No, I put the hoodie on when I came into the garage because, it's been weird here. It's been warm in Georgia, 60-ish, and it rained this morning. And although it's really not that cold outside, for some reason it turned my garage into an ice box. It's freezing in here. So
it's not heated?
I don't know. I thought it used to be. I never really noticed. It's air conditioned, the garage. I'm totally spoiled down here most of the time.
I guess I've only been there.
I've never noticed
hot outside.
Yeah. Whatever. I have beer. It's
sure
5 days till Christmas. I'm fine.
And it's a Christmas edition. Although I saw your Instagram post, and I don't know the brand, Purple Monkey Dishwasher, whatever beer you were drinking. That's an insider Simpsons pull. I mean, that's an amazing pull.
They have all kinds of great ones. Like the names of their beers are fantastic. They just released one this morning that's called New Phone Who Dis. Which is what I text people at least, I don't know, every 6 months after I broke my phone. Some people will text me and I'll play the game or I'll try to figure out who they are based on the old texts. Mm-hmm. If they're there. And when they're not there, I'm literally like, all right, new phone, who dis? But they have another one called Stacy's Mom, which is a song. Stacy's
Mom's got it going on, yeah.
Yeah. They have so many good names for their beers. And it's not one of those breweries where like, hey, we just made some cool names for our beers, but our beers actually suck. These beers, dude, they're good. It's not a volume thing. You don't want to drink a 6-pack of Purple Monkey Dishwasher because it's a very filling, that's a chocolate peanut butter stout.
Is
or
it
porter? I forget which. But man, they're good. It's good beer. And if you're out there, Evil Genius Brewing Company, this is not the first time I've shamelessly plugged you. So, yeah.
I didn't prepare anything, but I usually try like lots of good beers at Christmas. Mm-hmm. I've never tried any Evil Genius, and I definitely would. But do you have like 3 or 4 go-tos? And I'm a sucker for the pack. I'll buy anything with a ribbon on it. Like even if it's a picture of a ribbon, no problem there. There's a pale ale like starter kit I'll get every year. I hate pale ale, but I love the the letters on it.
I will make you a deal. All right.
Yeah.
I'm feeling what's the word? Festive.
Mm-hmm.
Giving, all that, generous. I have a game for you at the end of this show, and if you win, I will send you anything you want in terms of beer. But if you want, I'll find you the Evil Genius Brewing Company, and I'll send you a selection of it, and you can sample.
I'm all. How many beers have you had so far today?
2.
Great. Great. Fun, Mike. Funner, Mike.
Wait, what are you saying? I'm not normally fun?
I'm saying you're an exceptionally good guy after 2 beers.
I don't get angry when I'm drunk. That's for sure. I have way more fun.
What's the game at the end? Can we skip to the end? I don't actually. I have so much I want to talk about it. But.
It's trivia. You do trivia for me quite often, and I appreciate it. I have some for you.
No kidding.
And I think you're going to enjoy it. And I think your odds are good. I think you'll do well at this.
Man, I'm pumped. Okay. Well, we just got to get to the end then as quickly as possible. So, first up here, this is an email from a listener, and this is actually a plug for our shirt line, kfshowshirts.com, if you want to support the show in some meaningful way. Please, we need it. Mike Lindell sent us a picture. He says, "Hi, Rob. I know how much you love Christmas. We brought our son to see Santa. He didn't want to have his picture taken unless we did it with him. It just so happens I was wearing a generally awesome shirt. Love the shows and keep up the good work. Sincerely, Mike, Donna, and Marvin." Mike's smiling. Donna, the wife, is smiling. Santa's really smiling. Marvin is not sitting on Santa's lap. Marvin is sitting on the arm holder of the chair, looking like he's at his accountant's office waiting for some bad news.
I get it, though. I mean, dude, Santa, if you're a little kid, think about Ralphie in A Christmas Story.
Ho, ho, ho! Come on! Come on up there! Ho, ho, ho! Ho, ho, ho! Ho, ho, ho! And what's your name, little boy?
Dude, it's a freaky thing for any kid, man. I can see why most kids flip out. And, dude, let's keep it real here. I was just on a Polar Express type train ride with my kids a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And it was fantastic. We took the train to Santa's Village. Santa got on the train. Everybody got, hot chocolate and cookies, and you got to spend a little time with Santa and talk to him. Dude, Santa reeked. It was as if Santa's suit hadn't been washed in about 39 and a half years.
Oh, just a stench, not booze.
Oh, dude, it was funky. Dude, speed stick. He needed it. It was horrific. And my kids did not notice, thank God. But I can see between first he's a stranger, second he reeks. I can see why any kid on the planet would freak out, being drugged to a mall and stuck on some dude's lap. All right, I get it.
I got the impression from this photo that Marvin knew this isn't Santa. Okay. This guy, he works here. The real Santa got my letter. I don't need to be here. If we could just go get a cookie, that would be super.
So we skip the part where I get a sugar cookie.
I don't need to do this, but Mike, that was awesome. If you shoot me an email, Mike, I have your email. I'll get you one of our Christmas shirts. That one's on us. Happy to do that. So cool. Good for you. Okay.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Yeah.
Did you buy a charger?
No. Lord, I'm trying so hard. You have no idea.
Right.
Are you around after Christmas? Between Christmas and New Year's?
Yeah.
Okay. If I need
Why, is there one by me?
There might be. There's several. I'm shopping like crazy. And I mean, it's so confusing because I'm in 3 or 4 different businesses, but they're all LLCs and they all pass through, and you add them all up, and that's your income for the year, and that's what your tax return is based on. And that's kind of the set of funky numbers I'm calculating. And in only one of these businesses is it just solely owned. Everything else are partnerships with other good buddies. I only go into business with people that I'm friends with, turns out. So,
sucker.
Yeah, but they're all good guys, and we all get along really well. So they know what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to avoid a healthcare penalty, and I want to do that by getting a charger. So everybody's actually on my side. Like we're going to try to find a way to make this happen, and it should do it. But they're all over the place. I found one for you. I found one I'd love to buy for you. It's
so I've ran your quarry past a couple of people.
Yeah,
and they're all going shenanigans.
It's real.
Going, he does not need to buy a charger. I'm like, no. Think of it as a charger. Think of it as an expense. An expenditure, a necessary one that he needs to get under a certain, financial figure, and that prevents him from being taxed until his bum is raw. I'm like, don't think of it as a charger.
They're right in that the net of it is probably silly, but if I spend 20 or 30 and it saves me 10, and that 20 or 30 that I spent can turn into something better later, I'd be dumb not to do it, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I have found several. There's one in Arizona that I wanted to maybe get you, just for you, because it's the perfect
I'll be in Arizona
one
in
for you.
January.
It's the car is there, so it's a 69 383 HP car. It has a real General Mayhem vibe to it, but black vinyl top. It's red, but it's been primered in certain spots. Rock solid car, no drivetrain. But he had the fender tag there, so I decoded the whole thing. It would be perfect for your K member. You just slip it in and fill up the tank.
So what's the problem?
There isn't one. It's 16.9. I need to spend a little more money.
No drivetrain?
No engine. There might even be a transmission in it, but I assumed you already had that covered.
I'll be there in January, and I have a friend who may or may not be taking a road trip out there, and he could maybe, bring it back.
When we're done, I'm going to send you like 2 or 3 different ones, because there's one there. Okay. There's one in California, and then there's like an actual General Lee replica like 3 hours away from me. That's not that bad. That we could, but it's not that good. It's painted well, but we could totally cool it up. And right now it's like it was a Formula, automatic on the column car, but they put like a dork shifter in it. I mean, it's a poor interior. It's got the push bar on it, but it's mounted low and way out front. You've seen lots of replicas that all look so lame like that, right? Just a few little touches here and there. It's got the modern vectors on it, swapping into the older ones that I've got. $5,000 worth of parts at the most, and we tuned it up. It's already got a 440. It's a cool enough car, and that's a car we could turn around and sell. So maybe we could build that in the show as a show promotion. That's a car we could sell and then sell it for our bomb around charger.
That's a possibility. Or you buy this other one in Arizona, and it becomes the bomb around charger.
Yeah, it's all dollars and cents.
For $16,000, it better be absolutely rust free. I mean, dude.
It's all pictures, right? I mean, but it looks, it sure looks good.
It is.
The other better one, that's a complete car, is in San Francisco, and it's like 24. And it's not a running driving car, but it's a complete car. And he's putting a trunk pan in it, and the old trunk pan is out, and he's selling it because he's having a kid. Something like that. I thought you could
tell him not to put the trunk pan in it because he probably won't do it right.
Yeah, you're just buying it as is, so yeah, it's good to go. That one does have an engine in it, but I will keep you in the loop here, but if I need some help after Christmas, I may call you. What's the Finnegan inventory of vehicles right now? You don't have a trailer anymore. Do you have a J-Lo? Is that gone too?
I have a J-Lo, which I'm going to be selling soon. Which J-Lo is my 2006 Chevrolet Silverado Crew Cab Dually 3500. It's the unicorn truck. It's a LBZ, which is the best version of the Duramax diesel engine. It's got not even, I think, 80,000 miles on it, 22-inch wheels. It's lower. It has a sound system. Like it's a badass truck. And I bought it when I had an enclosed race trailer that I was hauling cross country to go racing, and got rid of the enclosed trailer, fell in love with the ramp truck again. And so I'm going to sell J-Lo here, I think, after the first of the year. And then I'm going to diesel swap the ramp truck, which I've already bought a 1997 Dodge Ram airport tug that has a 12-valve Cummins in it. Yeah.
It was a converted tug, or it was built to be a tug?
So what it is the military orders these Dodge Ram trucks, and then this company, and I forget the name of it, it's on the bed, shortens the frames, slides the axle forward, and puts this crazy bed on it with a bunch of pintle hooks all over it. And it was on an airport for 17,000 miles of its life. And depending on who you ask, like a lot of people are like, dude, that thing's beat to hell. But then a lot of other people are like, dude, it doesn't matter. It's a Cummins. Even if it was ran at wide open throttle for 19,000 miles, the thing's fine. So I'm going to pop the motor out of it. And then some friends of mine are going to be helping me hop it up to make 1,000 pound-feet of torque. And then it's going in the ramp truck. And then the ramp truck will be the hauler. But currently I have the ramp truck and J-Lo. So if we need to make a bomber run to Arizona to pick up a Charger or something, or anywhere else, we've got stuff.
Something can be done. What are you going to put for a transmission?
I'm going to build... So the airport tug has a 47RH-E, I think is the name of it. I'm either going to rebuild that or something else. I'm not sure. But... It'll have an automatic. I'm not going to put a stick in it. That way anybody can drive it.
The one thing I've really enjoyed about my Duramax is the transmission, the Allison. Probably very similar to what you got in J-Lo as well. That has always been a super nice feature. Does yours have, like, when you put it in tow mode, does it have rev match and everything? Like when you're slowing down?
Yeah, and it sometimes it feels like, well, not sometimes. When you put it in tow mode, it's using engine braking to slow the truck down. It works great. It's not an exhaust brake or anything, but it's definitely using the transmission to your advantage.
For sure. Well, we may do a truck swap in another business here as well. But I did see that you had that Cummins that you bought for your Ram truck. That's going to be a freaking kick setup.
Yeah, I'll say, does your business need J-Lo? You need to buy a truck?
Probably not. Probably not. That if there was a good reason, I would definitely do it. But probably
you would be the coolest looking guys on the construction site. Might not be the most practical thing with 22-inch wheels, but
what I have found at the construction site is there's two kinds of trucks. There's junk that's used to do work,
and brodozers,
and there's awesome, and that's what the boss shows up in. And there is no in between. Or there's the rich boss who uses his truck and it just gets hurt and turns into junk. I've seen some $70,000 trucks, get a Bobcat stuck in them. Like, oh no, that's so bad. Thankfully,
whose insurance covers that?
It wasn't us. That was just. Did we do that?
I was driving a Bobcat.
Okay.
Sorry, my bucket ended up in your bed, sir.
I'm gonna need that back. Let's do this. We need to do this before we even get to any Christmas. It's too timely.
All
right.
Oh, that's right.
That's right. We have much to discuss here. Or maybe we don't, depending on what your opinion was. Did you see Star Wars The Last Jedi?
I did. I picked my 6-year-old son up from school last Friday, which was opening night, and took him, sat in line, and we saw the movie. I will say this, though. I need to preface my viewing experience with the fact that we took no less than 4 trips to the bathroom throughout the movie.
During the movie?
During the movie. My son consumed an entire tub of popcorn and 2 heaping cups of lemonade. So There may be important things in this movie that I missed, likely. But overall, I enjoyed the experience, even with some shenanigans that are in that movie.
Okay, so here's what I did. I get together almost every Christmas with all my high school buddies. And one dude even flew in from Phoenix. I haven't seen him in years.
Wow.
We got together Thursday night, stayed up way too late doing what you normally do when you see your buddies that you haven't seen in a long time, and playing poker. And then after we felt better, we went to the movie Friday at like noon. And we got there at like 11:30 just to get in line. You couldn't reserve a seat. They had reserved seating at the theater, but they turned it all off. Like it was first come, first serve, no matter what. And nobody went to the bathroom during it. So I have seen the whole thing. So I'm ready to fill you in on whatever you may have missed. But did you like it or did you not like it?
I did like it. It was a lot of fun. I don't think it was as much fun as seeing what was the first one that came out 2 years ago?
No.
Return of the Jedi? No.
Back in the game.
The Force Lives? Oh, The Force Awakens.
Force Awakens. There we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that one was, that had 30 years of build-up. So that was just awesome. This one, there's some really good stuff about it, but there's also things that are just totally weird that I was like, why is this even here? Like that one scene where Rey goes
spoilers.
down the...
If you haven't seen this movie, just fast forward about 15 minutes. or less.
Screw you guys for not going to see it already.
Yeah.
So there's that one scene where Rey is kind of training with Luke Skywalker, and she goes down into the hole to whatever the dark place is, and she's in there staring at mirrors of herself, basically.
Yeah, it's
and
like an endless.
Kind of wants to see her family.
Yeah,
and sees nothing. And I'm like, that was like worthless. Why is this even in here?
At the very end, doesn't she walk up to? She finds the end of it and walks up to the mirror and says, I want to see my parents. And behind the mirror, you see a silhouette of two people walking toward her. And then they join. And then she can see through the mirror, and it's just her. And I was trying to figure out, is this like the Darth Vader thing where he just appeared out of nowhere from midi-chlorines or whatever those things were?
Yeah.
Don't know.
What the hell? Don't know. And the other thing is the Snoke guy. He gets killed, which blew my mind. I was like, holy crap, that was pretty awesome. Mm-hmm. But you don't ever get an explanation about who he really was,
That was one of my bigger frustrations is I guess we'll find out later. Like,
who knows?
Because I wasn't expecting him to be killed, but he most certainly was.
Yeah, dude's dead.
And a half.
And then the other bullshit thing in this whole movie, and it drove me up the wall, was the part where Leia gets sucked out into space, is somehow still breathing, and pulls like this whole Mary Poppins thing, and where she flies herself back into the ship, and spends the rest of the movie, I don't know what, in a coma, whatever the hell's going on. And,
it was
and
the Force.
I was like, all right, that was kind of lame.
In the trailer, when you see the scene where Kylo Ren is closing in to shoot up the ship, and his mom is on the bridge, and he's about to shoot it.
He doesn't shoot.
He doesn't shoot. His other guys do. And it goes ahead and blows the ship out, and everybody on the bridge, including her, gets sucked out. But she, having the massive force of the Force, pulls herself back in. I mean, that part I didn't like. I mean, she's dead in real life, so I guess I was thinking, well, this is it. This is how they do this. But they don't.
Well, and why not do that? She's dead in real life. What are you going to do now? Because she lives throughout the whole movie. Now you've got to go back and have some weird thing to explain how she's not in the next movie, or you got to CGI her into the next movie, which they said they wouldn't do. I don't know why they did the Mary Poppins thing. They should just let her die in space.
Well, here are my gripes, and then I'll tell you my likes. I can never get enough Millennium Falcon, and there was definitely not enough in this. I needed more Falcon.
Okay.
As a total side note, Millennium Falcon is in Spaceballs. Did you know that? I found the scene. At the very...
Wait, what?
It's in, Spaceballs?
Yeah.
Okay, at
the
very end, when they got the Winnebago and they're at the diner, like, the hello my baby, hello my baby.
Oh, is that parked there?
It's parked outside.
No.
It's just sitting out in that one scene where they show you the exterior shot. So I grabbed a screen grab. I'm like, oh my god, it's a Falcon. I think there's a space shuttle there too. Okay, wasn't enough Millennium Falcon. I too wanted to know who Snoke was. Never figured that out. I wasn't sure if there was palpable sexual tension between Rey and Kylo Ren, or if that was just weird goofiness. Didn't think that was great. I did like that Luke got his. Like, I liked that
the ending's badass. The ending makes up for everything.
And as soon as he walked in, you knew he was using the Force to be there. He wasn't, because he had the short hair. He appeared as Kylo Ren had last seen him. So you knew.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, no. As soon as I saw him, like, he's not there. He's just there to finish this and say goodbye.
Oh, you geek! I had no idea he wasn't there. I was like, they're gonna shoot out of this guy, and they did.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't until the end where he reveals he's not really there. And they're fighting. I'm like, oh, well played.
Yeah, he's still back on the same planet that he was found in. He got himself there in an X-wing. Apparently, you see the X-wing sitting down underwater. I don't know. Maybe you're in the bathroom in that part, but like he flew to that planet and he was never going to leave again, unless he was drug away. But he's back on the planet. On whatever planet he's on, the green planet or.
Oh, the one where he's hiding?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I missed the X-wing thing. Okay.
Yeah, the X-wing is sitting down underwater. Like Rey sees, she's looking down, like, hey, there's an X-wing down there. That's weird. Yeah, so he had apparently been there the whole time. So, do you believe Rey's parents are junk traders? Just junk? Nah, I don't either.
No, he's messing with there.
Yeah.
What I'm questioning still is, like, because you're right about the sexual tension. Are they brother and sister? Are they cousins? Like
hard to say. There's
because here's the thing: is there was sexual tension between Luke and Leia in the first two movies, and it isn't until Return of the Jedi where you find out they're brother and sister, and suddenly we have to ignore all that weirdness, So that could be. I mean, they're pretty much mimicking a whole lot of the plot points of the original movies with these. Like that, when The Force Awakens, that movie pretty much copies the blueprint for the first Star Wars.
Yeah, it's 4. When I saw The Force Awakens, I loved it, and then I was kind of disappointed. Like, oh, it's just the same thing. And then I have come back to like it, like, a whole lot. Like,
well, it was just so much fun.
My worry
this
about
is too much fun. I'm still bitching about it, but this was fun.
That's my worry about this one. Is the humor, while very funny, I don't know that is going to be timeless. Like, is this going to be a good movie in 20 years? Like, the first 3, even though they're dated special effects wise, are still good movies. It still plays well. Like, but is the stuff in here, like, where he literally pulls the Spaceballs joke to start the movie, like calling the bad guy on their ship and all the guys in the helmets down underneath are going, is that about a hold?
That was literally funny. You can't hear me?
Hello? I'll just wait.
Come on, that was hysterical, and there was good stuff in there. The permission to jump in an X-wing and blow stuff up. I mean, there was some good stuff in there. There really was.
There was. I liked it.
I need to go see this again now that I realize I've missed a bunch of important things.
Yeah, I'm gonna take all the kids and everything. But I did like it. I like that we're doing this stuff. I'm really excited for the Han Solo prequel now, which is, I think, comes out in just like a few months. And this one, you find out
really?
why the Falcon looks like it's the Falcon. And the real answer is because George Lucas ate a hamburger, like took one bite, and then was looking at it and said, this would be a great spaceship. But the flat fronts...
Really?
Yeah, that's the real reason.
I did not know that.
But the real reason is the flat fronts are used for pushing cargo, and that's why the cockpit is off to the side, not in front. It's supposed to push cargo pods around because it's a freighter. That's all it is. Why it's a freighter with like a real hot engine, I don't know. But did Han Solo put all the speed stuff in it, or?
Yeah, I think he modified it.
Had some special modification. Anyway, I liked it. I think I liked the last one better, but I'm liking it more and more every day. I'd like to see it again. I love that they're making these movies. Yeah. I'll take what I can get.
Hurry up and buy a charger. I'll fly out. We'll see the movie. Bring a charger home.
That's a great idea. I like everything that you said. Then we could take you to meet John Schneider.
Oh, yeah. We have that available to us now, don't we?
We do. We got to do that. Okay. Should we get to our Christmas section review? our review of A Christmas Vacation, one of the greatest Christmas movies ever made.
Do we have anything else? Do we have emails, burning Bernies? I mean, we don't want to shortchange the audience, and if they don't care about Christmas.
Do we have more emails?
Screw them.
No. Yeah, we got emails. Yeah, in fact, we have 700 unanswered emails.
20 or 30 more years of the show, we may get to all of them.
Let me see what we got here. Okay, here's one. Chase Byrne, greeting from Australia, guys. I just wanted to say that Corn Dog was a great addition to the last show. Having him do his insider scoop via audio instead of text would be a great permanent addition to the show in the future. Especially... I can't read the rest of it. Forget that part. He says, P.S. On another topic, a lot of top podcasts have a Monday or Tuesday release, which selfishly would be great for me because I live in Australia. And I am 6 days behind usually every other release. So, yeah, we usually shoot for Wednesday.
Why is Australia 6 days behind? Isn't it like 15 hours or something?
That's what I thought. I'm confused here. A lot of top podcasts have a Monday or Tuesday release, which selfishly for me would be better as the one solo long drive. Oh, his one solo long drive he has every week is the day before we release, so he is usually 6 days behind. He doesn't listen to us until he has to take his long drive, which is
okay.
Usually a Monday or a Tuesday, apparently, it sounds like. Yeah, I suppose we could try it. Frankly, man, we do our best just to get this recorded once a week, but
we're really not very good at this. Clearly.
Ideally, and what we were doing before, and I think we'll try to keep doing, is Wednesday. Hit it Wednesday. And if we're being totally honest here, I'm just trying to cheat the iTunes algorithm. It rewards consistency, and that's a good thing. So that's the reason for that. Several people have sent this one in. I'll bet you have found this one in. They would like us to go to the Vanderbrink auction in South Dakota. There's a huge Mopar collection in South Dakota that's being auctioned off.
I didn't even know.
Okay, there's that one out there. Let's see. Mike Stone has sent this in multiple times, so I should probably say it. Please do not review any comic book movies ever, please. I believe I'm not the only person who feels about this. Think about your audience. Please do not do this.
Okay.
And I'm kind of summarizing that in a number of other emails. Dear Rob and Mike, would you guys please review the Pixar short Mike's New Car? He's in the United Kingdom. That's cool. That's about all I got. There's one guy that just found out that we're trying to get Coca-Cola as a sponsor, and he would like to send in his hood slide. So, I guess people get these as they get them. So that was a while ago.
Go ahead. Let me see you slide on your hood.
That's pretty good emails for now. We do not have a burning Bernie. 2018 is the year of Schneider and Coca-Cola, and Chargers, and so many fun good things.
Indeed.
And now, are you ready?
All right, let's do Christmas.
A Christmas Vacation. The Christmas National Lampoon. Is it or just Christmas? I don't know.
National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Written by John Hughes, the legend himself. Released to the U.S. December 1, 1989. I saw this in the theater. It stars a plethora of stars. It's timeless. I've seen it 40 times this year already. Mike, what is your summary view of this mastery?
Well, Rob, the year was 1989. It was a bleak time in the world of cinema. What?
I really like Two Beer Mike. I would like to make this a permanent thing.
I have to start over.
I'm sorry. Resume.
Hold on. Let's take a drink of beer here.
Mm-hmm. Top off.
Oh, God, that's good. Thank you, Samuel Adams. The year was 1989, Rob.
Uh-huh.
A bleak time in the world of cinema if you are looking for something to provide a short escape from your in-laws during the holidays. Only 2 Christmas movies were released in theaters that year. Mm-hmm. The first was Prancer, which I'm not even going to dignify by describing, except to say that it starred a cast member from National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Mm-hmm. All right. The other film, obviously, Christmas Vacation, is essentially the latest installment in the traveling freak show that is Clark W. Griswold's life. Like Die Hard and Lethal Weapon, Christmas Vacation has all of the ingredients, as I punch my microphone, of the quintessential holiday classic. There is sex, high-speed car chases, a SWAT team, infectious Christmas grooves, and a cast with dialogue we'll never forget.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The hook is that Clark wants his entire family under one roof for Christmas, no matter what the cost or drama. Complicating matters is the fact that he wants to give the family the gift of a wet, hot summer by installing a pool in the backyard as soon as the ground in his native Chicago thaws. So he puts down a deposit on the pool that he cannot cover and assumes the bonus he's sure to receive for his role as food additive designer of the year will keep him out of bankruptcy court.
Mm-hmm.
Now, of course, the bonus check doesn't arrive, but his crazy cousin Eddie does, along with defective Christmas lights, one crazy cat, a dog with a lip fungus, and a multitude of self-induced physical and emotional wounds. The film culminates with a kidnapping, the house getting trashed, the Christmas tree burnt to the ground, and a plastic Santa Claus being sent into orbit as the family sings the national anthem.
Mm-hmm.
This is as good as it gets in slapstick holiday cheer, and for that reason alone, I give it 10 slugs of killer eggnog made with lighter fluid out of a possible 10.
Done. Peace out.
Now, Kibbe,
That's as good as it gets.
before we go any further, I want to play the game.
Oh, okay.
I told you. When we play this game, it's a trivia game. If you even get half of these right, I will buy you any beer you want in a relatively reasonable quantity, 3 or 4 cases max. Okay. Are you ready?
12ers or
This is Christmas Vacation movie trivia.
Oh, man. Okay.
Yeah. Focus. Take a swig.
Ready. Yep.
Yeah.
Hit me.
Okay. Name the short story that this movie is based upon.
Christmas Vacation 59.
Oh, you are good.
Is that really it?
That's
Or
one.
I knew it's a John Hughes story.
Yeah, John Hughes wrote it for National Lampoon magazine in 1980. All right. Question 2.
Uh-huh.
Clark's dickhead neighbor Todd's house was previously inhabited by who and in what movie?
Lethal Weapons. Maybe more than one Lethal Weapon. Not Reagan's. Murtaugh. It's Roger Murtaugh's house. Yeah.
Yes! It was Roger Murtaugh's house in Lethal Weapon, which, of course, another good Christmas movie. Filming took place on the famed Blondie Street on the Warner Brothers backlot.
Man
All right.
alive.
This one's less obvious, but I think you'll get this. Not only do the actors playing Rusty and Audrey change in this film, but what else about the kids isn't kosher?
Besides that they're not the same actors?
Not the same actor, but something else was different.
Audrey's older now, and Rusty's younger.
Wow!
Hey,
Dude,
yeah.
nailed it. Nailed it. Yes, in Vacation and European Vacation, Rusty was the older kid. In Christmas Vacation, not only are Rusty and Audrey played by different actors, but they also switch ages. Rusty is suddenly younger than Audrey. We're going to ignore this because, after all, Johnny Galecki is now playing Rusty. And, we all know him from Big Bang Theory and a bunch of other cool shit.
Big deal now.
And Juliette Lewis, it's Juliette Lewis.
She did things.
She's kind of cool.
Yeah.
All right. The hardest one of all. This is the bonus one. You get this right, and you can have 2 different kinds of beer, up to 4 cases. All right. This is very, very small scene in the movie, but there's this scene in the movie where announcer Doug Llewellyn utters the phrase, "Here come the nuts." What is the scene?
It's the scene where the 2 grandpas are asleep and the TV's playing the parade. And is it the Nutcrackers that come in, or is it Planters Peanuts guy? But I've heard here. Where are the nuts? There, here come the nuts.
Oh, the wind is blowing so hard I can't even find the nuts. Where'd they go? Oh, here's the nuts.
There's the nuts.
You are good. You nailed all of them.
All right.
I owe you a lot of beer, friend.
That's going to be great. I'm so excited. Look at you and the preparation. No, that's awesome. This is, I saw Prancer in the theater as well. That was one of my mom's calls. She made us go to that. I don't remember it. I kind of want to say Sam Elliott was in it, maybe. Is he real in it? In the movie Prancer?
Oh, dude, I never even saw it.
I wouldn't
I know
recommend it.
I just never saw it.
If you need an alternative to Prancer, go see Ernest Saves Christmas. That's another good one.
Is that any good?
Yeah, it's pretty stupid, but I like stupid.
Yeah, that's a stupid. Go see it.
Okay, I had pulled some factoids for you, but they were mostly about like the cars, and I could only get two, and then I got totally lost watching this video on the guy who restored Cousin Eddie's RV. But the RV,
I don't know if there's more than one, but at the Caffeine and Octane show here in Georgia, Cousin Eddie's motorhome was there last, I don't know, January.
maybe that's it. So what we need is a corn dog of these movies, and he probably already knows, but I don't know if there was one or two. I know that on a normal movie, there's always two cars to play a role when it's a significant role, but in this case, I'm assuming there was just one. It's a 72 Condor on a Ford chassis. That's what it is. And it's in private hands. At least the one I saw was in private hands, bought by some collectors 2 years ago for $7,500. And they restored it to have its screen present. It wasn't rusty or anything. That was all movie magic. But it was like a real RV. In the beginning of the movie, here's some trivia for you. I'm sure you'll get this. The blue Dodge truck that's tailgating the Clark family was in a previous movie, just a couple years prior. Do you know what movie it was in? And it's like a 60s era Dodge truck, the flat nose Dodge.
Yeah, it had a headache rack. It was a tow truck. The hell was it?
A tow truck?
I'm pretty sure it was a tow truck.
I thought it had a bed on it, but it's the exact same truck. It's in Overboard with Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn from like 2 years prior.
Wow, I remember seeing that movie. Man, Kurt Russell's a funny dude.
Yeah, he's very funny. Awesome guy. You know Aunt Bethany in the movie?
Oh, yeah, Betty Boop?
Yeah, Betty Boop. I learned that like last year. The voice of Betty Boop. That was Mae West. Unbelievable.
And if you're too young to know who Betty Boop was, you're not missing anything. It was a cartoon from the 30s.
Yeah, like a sex-laced cartoon or something like that.
Like, I've never seen it. I just am aware of it.
It's a thing. It's a thing. So I have a gift for you. You remember in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles when we reenacted a scene?
Yes.
We're going to do that.
Are you going to recite Clark's speech?
No.
It's his Christmas bonus?
No, not that one. This is an interaction between two people. So I am emailing you a link right now. You got to be Eddie. We're just deciding that. All right, so I'm going to be Clark. This is a very specific scene in the movie, fairly early in the movie, of these two chums having an eggnog, talking about life. So here we go. Actually, you be the first one. The other one I clipped out of something else, so go ahead.
Oh, yeah. He worked last season as the pixie dust spreader on the Tilt-A-Whirl, and he thinks maybe next season he'll be guessing people's weight or barking for the yak woman. You ever see her?
Sorry to say I haven't.
Big horns growing right above her ears. Ugly as sin, but a real sweet gal and a hell of a good cook.
Good cook. Eddie, can I refill your eggnog? Get you something to eat? Drive you out to the middle of nowhere or leave you for dead?
I'm doing fine, Clark. Just glad to be here.
Yeah. So when did you get the tenement on wheels?
That there's an RV.
Perfect.
I borrowed it off my buddy. He took my house. We took the RV. It's a good-looking vehicle, ain't it?
Beautiful. And it looks so nice in the driveway.
Sure does. But don't go falling in love with it, because we're going to take it with us when we leave here next month. Oh, you know what? If that's the actual script, he ad-libbed a bunch of it because it's different than I remember it.
This was as close as I could get.
I was going off of what I remember from the movie.
Yeah, this was as close as I couldn't find it, number one, and then I was kind of scrambling, so I found this. And if you read through this, I mean, it's everything from, like, in here, the parts we're skipping are like Eddie not catching the insult. That's written into the script to tell Eddie that he didn't catch the insult. Like, there's other parts where it'll tell you like what shot they're doing, like turn left when you look at this person. I mean, it's it's too much. I was just looking for the script, but that was pretty good. Yes, you went off script.
It's funny
to correct it.
He's hysterical in
Randy
this
Quaid,
role.
yeah.
Yeah, and in real life, Randy Quaid, I think, is cuckoo.
Didn't he
Remember,
go
did you read, like, last year, the year before, he and his wife skipped out on a hotel bill, fled to Canada, and I think got extradited back to the U.S. to stand trial for it. Like,
yeah.
And he said people were out to get him and kill him, and, like, well, maybe he's not cuckoo. Maybe people really are out to get him. I don't know.
I thought it was, like, tax evasion or something. I don't know. Have you seen Christmas Vacation 2?
That was Wesley Snipes.
Oh, was it? Yeah, oh, it was. Christmas Vacation 2?
No, that one went straight to video. I never saw that.
Audrey is in it. Like, the first Audrey is in it.
Yeah, I think she and Eddie are the only ones.
Yeah, something like that. But this is absolutely one of my favorites. I'm going to play you a few clips and load several in the after the show bit here. But let me see what I got here.
Hey, Griswold, where do you think you're going to put a tree that big? Bend over and I'll show you. You've got a lot of nerve talking to me like that, Griswold. I wasn't talking to you.
No, it's a good one.
Oh, man, that was good.
So this is one of two vacations actually written by John Hughes. The other two were not. And John Hughes got contacted by people. When did he die? He must have died kind of recently, right?
Yeah, it was fairly recently. He didn't like sequels at all. In fact, there was an interview he did where he didn't even know about Vegas Vacation.
That's
he
the one I
found out
just
about
read.
it when it was announced in the trades. So
what?
Yeah,
that poor guy. I am giving this 10 perfect reindeer fodder eggnog specials as well. This is as good as it gets. I love this movie. This is one of our tops. As a total aside, did you happen to see A Christmas Story Live on Fox? It was on. I know you don't have like normal cable, but do you get normal TV like with a bunny ears or anything?
I gotta be honest. I was aware that it was happening, and I didn't go out of my way to see it because I just feel like I was gonna be disappointed, so I didn't.
So 2 problems. 1, it was 3 hours. 2, it's a musical.
Yeah, that's not a musical movie.
I guess there's like a Broadway version, but there was something very redeeming about it that I could not take my eyes off of. It was shot on the Warner backlot in Hazzard County. All of it. And that I could not help myself. And then I started the more I watched it, the more I was blown away. And I mean, I've been there now. That place is small, it's tiny, and they were doing amazing camera work and set production changes right there in that tiny little lot. Like the dad would come out for a musical number, walk up the street, all of a sudden curtains would just appear behind him. He'd walk up on stage, and then the camera would pull back, and you realize like you're inside of a room, like with multiple tiers, actors and dancers everywhere. And then the camera would focus in super tight on his face, pull out 10 seconds later, move backwards 10 seconds later, and all of a sudden he's wearing a tux. And the theatricalness of it. Cool. I started watching it mostly for that. And if you know that movie super well, they put it in every scene that you expect. I guess the musical numbers were good, but I loved the movie for what it was. But they were everywhere in Hazzard County. Everywhere except the courthouse. That part I loved. Totally loved. I even recorded it, and I think I'll go watch it again. And I was really hoping, like, please somewhere, just let there be a little generally, like, ornament, anything. There wasn't.
A John Schneider cameo.
Oh, that'd be even great. Okay, man. I think we have come to the conclusion of our Christmas show. This has been another fun year of doing this stuff. I'm having a good time.
Yeah, I think we're done for the year, aren't we? This is it?
This should be it, yeah, because we're going to take a little break over Christmas and goof around. What is your schedule next year? I don't even know. So you're off to roadkill in January, or do you know?
It's show. I have no idea. I'm working in January. I just don't know exactly when or where. Because, it's roadkill. Kind of fly by the seat of our pants. So I will have time. I will make time to do this. We will have more fun in 2018.
Other questions. Are you doing more Finnegan's Garage car videos? Some of our viewers would like to know.
I haven't uploaded anything in probably a month. And that's just because I was gone for almost 2 months straight doing roadkill and a wedding and some other things. And when I got home, all I wanted to do was hang out with the kids and my wife. And so I literally haven't been filming. But I will be soon. I will have a C10 update because I've been working on my 67. I will have a ramp truck update. And I will have an update on the 55 Chevy pretty soon.
Ooh, cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Looking forward to all that. Everybody can find us on the Instagram at Kibbe and Finnegan Show. You can find me at themusclecarplace.com. You can get a shirt that you will really like, and it's soft and cuddly. kfshowshirts.com, and you can find Mike in all the normal places such as
Instagram at Finnegan999, Twitter at MikeFinnegan999, and on Facebook at Mike.Finnegan /news.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas.
See you later.